We are here at the Monaco today, and it is the perfect day to talk about trends for this year, and the best trend that I am so excited that is very popular is the trend of speakeasies.
Kayla, I couldn't agree more. It's been 100 years since Prohibition-era, and we made sure to get all gussied up for this party today.
Absolutely. Well, this hidden speakeasy wine and tasting room is the perfect place to have a 1920s themed gathering or party, and I'm so excited.
Kayla, I don't know how you did this. Speakeasy, trends, you got it together, but this is going to be one of the most fun shows we've ever done. Speakeasies are a hot trend right now, but if you're going to do speakeasies, we formed the Granite Ridge Jazz Band. So Steve, okay, let's talk about this. You know what the 5 most important instruments are when it comes to jazz music?
Tony, first off, there's the wind instruments. You got your saxophone, you got your clarinet, instruments of that sort. And then you also have your string instruments, which would be your stand-up bass or your guitar or your piano. Okay. But the most important is the drums.
The drums,
yeah.
All right, we gotta start. Okay, hey, wait, what's the code? Get the secret code. Granite Ridge Builders.
Wow. Yeah. Did you notice he mentioned guitar?
I did.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm looking forward to you playing up there. My feet are ready to cut a rug. I've been practicing that Charleston, so I'm excited for it. All right, well, we got to get you in because you're part of that band.
Well, let's go. Do you know the password?
I think so. I think it's Granite Ridge Builders. Yeah.
Cocktails. I mean, we have the whiskey.
I heard dancers dancing. I also heard there was going to be a 20s themed party at the Monaco, so of course, naturally, I went shopping. Yes.
Well, and when I think about parties, I'm always going to think about music. And so when I think about music, for the 1920s, it's got to be jazz. That's when the birth of jazz really happened for America. And wow, boy, did the musicians have a great time because of all the nightclubs. So jazz was such a great swinging place.
Well, did you know the Southern gangsters are who brought the jazz musicians up from the South?
Oh, nice. Well, we better get in there. We're almost late.
Yeah, well, let's go.
We don't know where it is, though. I mean,
what did I hear? What's the code?
Granite Ridge.
Okay.
Builders, yeah.
Granite Ridge Builders.
Hey there. Elizabeth, can you ask for a better place to do a whiskey or a wine tasting?
Oh, I know. We are so lucky. Now, Tony, I'm really familiar with wine, like a great wine like a Cabernet. But what is the difference between Scotch and whiskey?
It's really simple. Scotch is from Scotland, and it has been aged a minimum of 3 years. And also, they use a special kind of peat when they're doing the malting process to get it there. Whiskey, pretty much any place in the world you can make whiskey.
Okay.
Hey, should we get in there with the rest
do
of
you
them?
know the code?
I think I know the code. Are you coming with us this time?
Yeah. The party seems to be in there. I'd rather.
Let's get this party started.
We don't know about it. It's
Granite Ridge Builders.
Do we get in too?
Go on. Hurry.
Well, 100 years later, 1925, we have a new trend to learn here in 2025.
Let's learn the flapper dance, guys. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Here we go. So, give us a little more music. Here we go. Ready?
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We have been building custom homes for almost 2 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and also tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to our favorite show on Between the Studs. This show is all about trends, especially home trends, and it's 2025. We're going to tell you all the new trends.
We are so excited to bring you the home building trends, the design trends for 2025, as well as trends that are on their way out.
We are here at our fantastic model, our modern European chateau, the Monaco, off of Coldwater Road here in Shadow Creek. We have had the honor of giving tours to about 6,000 people since we opened this back in early November.
And the Monaco is the perfect spot to sit here today and talk about the 2025 trends. This architectural style, like she mentioned, is the modern European chateau style home. And right now, modern and chateau are so in. So we invite you to come out to this home. We have it open almost every day. You can check our website for the hours. Come out and take a look at all the trends we have here.
We are excited. So many of these trends are exhilarating, inspirational, also very practical, and they're wrapped in classic design. Sometimes you don't even know what you're looking at. I'm excited. So let's mention some of those trends. They include?
Well, we got to go with in-home wellness, right? So we built this basement around being healthy in your own home. So we have our sauna, our steam shower upstairs, the fitness room, the golf simulator. I don't know if that helps my back or not, but you know, it's out there. And then how about we're integrating living spaces in with the outdoors, right? So outside on our back veranda, we have retractable screens, heaters, fireplaces. So that way it's really a 4-season area. It's not just that 3-season room anymore.
We have the whole house smart technology system throughout the entire house. So you're going to see things be able to be turned on and turned off. The touch of a button makes it very easy to take care of anything inside the house. And of course, the one that's probably closest to my heart is you got color here, color there, color everywhere.
Lots of color.
All kinds of different textures and colors throughout the whole house, and it's different applications. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Now, Mike, you mentioned outdoor living. What about bringing some of nature indoors? So using some of those natural elements throughout design features, like our real stone masonry fireplace, or putting some brick accents in some floor. Or here's a new word for you, biophilic. That means bringing in some of those natural plants and using them at walls or accent features like we've done at the Monaco. Now, another one that I really like is these gourmet kitchens. People are cooking more at home. They're having these state-of-the-art appliances. So we've got several gourmet kitchens just in this house alone.
You can have your kitchens. I want the garage. You know, the garage, we have those cabinets. We have the polyhybrid polymer floor. We've got the dog shower or the human shower if you get in trouble with your wife and you have to stay in the garage for a while. There is a walk-up attic staircase. Plus, from the garage, you can use the elevator that goes to 4 different floors, which is just fantastic. Plus, in this entire house, you have the different lighting that can set off so much different ambiance.
As most of you know, we are home builders. We love talking about trends. In particular, we love talking about room trends, all the different ones. We've talked about snoring rooms. We've talked about them all. Here's one that in the Monaco is probably the most talked about, and that's called the Speakeasy room and where we're at now. But the big question for the audience and us, what really is a speakeasy and why is it so popular here in Fort Wayne, Indiana?
Well, a speakeasy came during the Prohibition time, so 1920 to 1933, and it stood for a secret bar or a nightclub that was operating illegally at the time. Ooh. And the term speakeasy came from the fact that the patrons had to speak easy or quietly to make sure there wasn't unwanted attention brought to the establishment.
And let's just face it, that's cool. and that's part of the reason why it is all coming back, because the term speakeasy is now for modern type of bars or restaurants. Just has that really cool feel to it. The big difference is now they're legal, and you're allowed to have them.
And some of the characteristics of the speakeasy included private rooms or secret compartments. Oh. And sometimes in those compartments they would have music. And one of the reasons was because there was a time when women were not allowed to drink publicly.
Ooh.
And typically these areas had dark walls, velvet curtains or velvet cushions, brass fittings, a lot of music memorabilia and art. And a speakeasy is usually dimly lit. Again, you're going to have a lot of that music inspiration, exposed brick in these areas. So the new speakeasies were really going back to the past.
Well, if you've ever watched the 1920s movies, you'll probably be very familiar with most of these clubs being owned by gangsters, which was very much the case for many of these establishments. But did you also know that Fort Wayne has a very deep history with speakeasies, which I had no clue?
Not at all.
The very first speakeasy was the Oyster Bar. I love the Oyster Bar, still in business today. It opened in 1888. That was 30 years before Prohibition started in 1920. They made their living from serving sandwiches and sodas, but they also served alcohol out of the back room too, very secretly. Now, I understand maybe, don't quote me on this because it may not be true, but perhaps they have a secret menu if you know the correct term to ask for.
Wait,
Just saying.
what's the correct term? I heard it was juice joint.
That's allegedly,
Okay,
that is
sorry.
it.
Yeah.
So,
It's
these are not things.
secret.
These are not things we know for sure. I'm just saying. I also know that a friend of mine has just opened a speakeasy up in the Auburn area in front of the Carve Market there. It's called Door 13. You also must have a special code to get into that. I may be able to get that for you.
That's Charity Freeman at GraniteRidgeBuilders.com. Sorry.
And what's so fun is Fort Wayne has a super rich history, like as he said, about speakeasies. There was 400 of them, but one of them on a corner that most people will remember, 1959, Henry's Restaurant opened up. But before that, it had been several types of speakeasies like all the other buildings downtown, and it was called Slim Sutter's. Interesting name.
Now, the really interesting thing is how these people would get to the speakeasies. Are you ready for this? This is unique. They would actually put horseshoes on the bottom of their shoes,
Okay.
and then they would walk to the speakeasy so it didn't look like footprints. It looked like a horse was going there, and that is how we got the term hoofing it.
Is that anything like my high heels now?
I don't think I could get horseshoes on those heels.
And by the time Prohibition ended, there were over 400 speakeasies in the Fort Wayne area. And so again, it's very rich history here. But there are still some speakeasies here today. You got the Copper Spoon, the Midnight Club, and of course Electric Works has the bowling alley that's kind of hidden out of the way.
Oh wait, you forgot. The Monaco has one now.
Right.
Well, there's a new one coming, and it is familiar to us because it's Hideout 125, which is close to us. Now they're building a new speakeasy-themed restaurant right across from our 15,000 square foot showroom design center. So come visit us, and then we'll walk across the street and enjoy a nice beverage.
I'm gonna have a long lunch, Tony, just so you know. I may be a while.
Well, we really need to get the show started because we have a lot more trends that we want to talk to you about today, so let's go do that.
Hey.
The coppers are here. The coppers. The cops are here. Get out. Get out.
We're here in the grand entrance of the Monaco where you can see hundreds, literally hundreds of trends for 2025 and years to come, I might add.
And it's not just the grand area because you and I are standing here.
Yes,
But it does have some wonderful things you're going to see here when it comes to natural elements inside this house, and that is a huge trend for 2025.
You begin with the natural element of these amazing Douglas fir trusses that start on the front porch, continue through this great room, and all the way back into the veranda.
You're going to see lots of things, accents of brick and stone, and one of the exciting parts here is that we've got a lot of manufactured stone, but this fireplace is natural stone.
And just shimmers. It really shimmers, almost like you've taken the sequins from my dress and put them on that fireplace. But no, it's just the natural stone shining through.
And you'll see the brick on lots of different places. Not only will you see it on the walls, but you'll also see it on the floors.
That's right. We've got it on the floor in the laundry room and downstairs in the vault room, but also on the wall in the gym, which, you know, clearly we frequent not at all.
And when you're there, you're going to see what we call a biophilic element, which means you're going to see plants. You're going to see that in the gym, and you'll also see it in the stairways here.
It really is a great trend of 2025 to bring outdoors inside. So not only will you see the outdoors inside here in the Monaco, but make sure you check out the outside and all the natural elements we've got outside, from the cedar stained elements outside to the brick on the driveway and then the brick and the stone on the outside of the house. All these great natural trends you need to come see at the Monaco.
I love
Looking good, Lonnie. Be careful, though.
Thank you.
Be
Yes,
careful.
I will.
Well, one of the big trends of 2025 is health and wellness. Now, fitness is always going to be in style, but it keeps evolving. And here at the Monaco, we have a wonderful fitness room. We have it set up with mirrors. We have a brick wall, a rubber floor, which is essential when it comes to a weight room.
Shelves for the munchies? Oh, I
Shelves
shouldn't
for
mention that in the fitness room. But anyway.
Also, it's biophilic. So what that means is
Yeah.
it brings everything together with nature. You can see all the plants we have scattered throughout here. So when you're in here, you feel like you're one with nature. Of course, I like it in here because I don't worry about the cold.
Right, and they've got an incredible floor that is very durable, works really good in a fitness room. Great place to start the new year.
It is. And when you step right outside, we have a water filler. So you can fill your water bottle as you're working out.
Good to go.
Now we have other great features out here at the Monaco, such as a steam shower and a sauna. So when you're done in here, you can step over to our sauna. This has a lot of health benefits as well as the steam shower.
Relaxation, takes the stress out of your life, might help you with a little ache and pain here and there now as well.
Detoxification, if you're sick, you go up to that steam shower and immediately you feel better.
And if your clothes are a little wrinkled, you can stand in the steam shower and come out looking pretty good.
I guess you can do that too. Now, one of the best features of the outdoor living here is our swim spa.
It is so cool. It's actually a swimming place and a spa place, or it's one big spa. But it's a great place to swim in place, as they call it, and get in shape.
And it's great. It doesn't take up a lot of room. It's easy to use. You could use it year round.
Easy to maintain.
Very easy to maintain. Now you're going to want to come out and see our final health and wellness feature here at the golf simulator.
Very dangerous place for me. I've lost so many balls in there and I don't know how I did, but anyway.
But if nobody wants to golf with you like him, you can go over here to the golf simulator. It's a great place to shoot 9 or 18 holes.
Nothing like putt-putt. Come out and see the Monaco and all these beautiful places that are going to help you stay slim and trim in 2025.
Well, Mike, it's no secret that you and I love spending as much time as we can outdoors. And here in Indiana, we've got a lot of seasons, but we figured out ways with these trends to take advantage of the outdoors all season long.
Yeah, Luke, we don't wait for the trends to come out and then follow them. We're actually setting the trends. We've been talking about outdoor living for multiple years on this show, and we've demonstrated every single piece of it here at the Monaco.
Yeah, so let's hit a lot of those things. In this space here, we're outdoors, right? We can feel the elements, but we've got a fireplace, we've got infrared heaters heating objects up, so heating us up rather than just sending that hot air out into the elements. So that makes it very comfortable out here. Also, if it's raining, we've got a waterproof system over our head, so it's gonna stay dry in this space. So no matter what the weather's doing outside, we're comfortable inside.
Yeah, and we've added retractable screens here, so this can truly be a year-round space. We can use this. It's in the middle of winter, and we're relatively comfortable out here, and we just turned this fireplace on. And then we're also really hammering the outdoor kitchens. We want you to feel as comfortable as you possibly can outdoors, and we've really succeeded here.
Yeah, and it's more than just a grill, but obviously we've got the grill. We've got refrigerators, we've got a pizza oven, we've got a kegerator, the list goes on, and of course we've got our TV out here. So you can spend hours out here. About the only thing you can't do is go to the bathroom unless you just want to pick a tree.
I could. But speaking of trends, Luke, that hat looks
it really
nice
does look good on you too.
Izzy, if the Monaco was known for just one thing, it would be smart technology.
I think I can agree with you there. There's so many things that you can see here that are beautiful and amazing to look at just visually, but the technology side of it really does bring everything together. I mean, with 101 windows here, we've got to be able to control all the blinds here with the touch of a button. And just like that, you can close all of them.
And as I understand it, those are part of an app. They call it the App 4.
Control 4.
Control 4, okay.
So Control 4 is something that does take care of everything in this house. Again, people often ask, Izzy, do you dread going to the Monaco because of turning on and off all those lights? And the answer is no. It doesn't take but 1 second. You walk in with a touch of a button, everything turns on, and then the same time when you leave, touch of a button, everything turns off.
That's pretty cool. Let's go to the kitchen, because I know there's a lot of appliances in there that have smart technology built into them.
Absolutely. Things that you could do would be like preheat your oven. Make sure that your roast is going to the perfect temperature. You start a dishwasher while you're gone or turn it off while you're away. Anything. There's so much technology inside the kitchen, and then there's even things now that you can see the inside of your refrigerator from afar.
I was told the refrigerator can even tell you when you're a little short on things. That's amazing.
Not short. Let's not use that word. Sorry, that was a little joke. Sorry.
No, that was
a little joke.
Hey, let's move to the garage. I know that there's technology even in the garage, things like the garage door opener.
Yes, and the garage door opener has been very popular. I'm surprised at how many people have a lot of anxiety about leaving the garage door open. So with the new technology now, you can make sure that your garage door is closed, and you can even open it in case of emergency. If you've got someone coming that you didn't anticipate, you can let them in through the garage, or you can even use Amazon deliveries through the garage.
So Izzy, we've got drapes, we've got heaters, we've got lights, we've got music. We can control all those things from our iPhone. It's amazing. Control 4.
It's really interesting. When you're putting together a house, there are so many different details that go into it. And one that kind of gets overlooked at times is the importance of lighting and layering that lighting.
Yeah, you're right. It is so important because the way you walk into a room, lighting can have a major effect of how it makes you feel. So that's why it is so important and to spend the time talking about it. Now let's talk about some of these trends when it comes to lighting.
Biggest trend right now, sconces. We're seeing them all over. We're seeing them in master bedrooms. We're seeing them in foyer entryways. We're seeing them in hallways. So sconces are one of the biggest trends right now.
Yeah, and task lighting. You can see behind us, we've got a lot of under cabinet lighting. We've got some accent lighting inside those cabinets too. But those tasks, be able to flip on that switch and be able to do whatever it is you want to do at that space at that right time. But that's not always the best for ambiance, so being able to shut that task lighting off is key.
And when you're doing all these together, that's when we're getting into the layering of lighting to being able to get everything done.
And really what's been able to allow us to lean into a lot of these trends is, again, LEDs. The lighting portion of the fixture is actually such a small piece to it, can still let out the same amount of light, but you can really run wild with your imagination when it comes to the design. We've got here at the Monaco a lighting in the handrail going up the stairs, so there's lots of ways you can get creative with this light.
If you like some great ideas when it comes to the 2025 trends in lighting, just come on out here into the Monaco out in Shadow Creek Estates.
Well, 2025, there are some great trends, and I love all of the kitchen trends, and you can see so many of them here at the Monaco.
We definitely have them, starting with the hidden refrigerator and freezer here in this gourmet kitchen. It is behind a cabinet panel. I dare you to come out here and try and find it.
It's a very sneaky thing, which is great, but appliances in general are very popular for 2025, and those chef-like appliances, so large, oversized range, more like commercial ranges, which is something we have behind us here. And what I love are individual ice makers, super convenient, very handy, and you can do them in the kitchen, you could do them in a sunroom. All sorts of appliances are very popular this year.
Speaking of hidden cabinet features, I said you have to look to find the refrigerator and freezer here. There are also lots of other hidden cabinet features. In this kitchen specifically, we have a cabinet feature that is a drawer that pulls out where you put your knives. Every time you take your knives in and out, it sharpens your knives. It's awesome. Also like a hidden spice rack, which is something we've been doing for a long time.
Absolutely, and like I mentioned before, oversized appliances, but oversized range hoods, definitely a huge trend this year. Whether you're going wood or brass or some other type of material, range hoods are in. So definitely something to take into consideration when designing your new kitchen. And I'd have to say another huge trend that's been one for a while but can continue is going to be islands, and not just one island, maybe two islands, double islands. Definitely a huge trend in designing your floor plan this year. Well, I think the most exciting trend for me this year in 2025 has got to be color. Color, color, color. It is a huge trend, and it is a trend to not be afraid of.
We have all of the hottest colors out here at the Monaco, and we probably, Kayla, I counted, we have at least 20 paint colors out here.
We did colors so well, and this year's 2025 colors that are very popular, we're going back to the warm, the dark, bold colors. I'm so excited. Gray is out. We are going to warms, earthy tones, jewel tones even, purples and mauves, and I think the color this year is mocha mousse. So there's some really fun kind of vibes and a lot of great comfort in warm colors.
And we love the color black. We have a lot of black out here, black walls, black ceilings, and then the room we're standing in here is the den. This is a gorgeous color, Stillwater. It's kind of a blue-green. Not only is it on the walls, it's on the trim and the ceiling.
That would be my designer tip for you today, would definitely be to not be afraid of color and the application that you use color. The reason that the Monaco feels so good with all of the colors that we did, we were not afraid to use color on the trim or the ceiling. We've done it so well in the, like Elizabeth said, the black colors that we use, the Stillwater here, we put it on the trim. You would have never thought about it, but if white trim in this room would have made the room look completely
boring.
different. Absolutely boring. So we love color, we love the use of color, so we're so excited the designers at Granite Ridge can help you with it.
Stop out at the Monaco. We also have this great booklet for you that features all of the colors here at the Monaco.
All right, Tony, we got the stills
Nice.
all loaded up here. We're ready to make some moonshine.
I don't think we actually have any stills, but we could very easily do that.
Yeah. Well, this is a 1951 Chevy 3100 pickup truck, and this is the kind of car that you would have seen back in the Prohibition days, a little bit after Prohibition, but carrying some of those stills around.
The big thing that we're talking about here is the 2025 trends when it comes to garages. Garages is one of the key components in a house anymore that you see things happening, and it's little things that you can do, like the hybrid polymer garage floor.
So easy to clean.
So easy to clean, so easy to do everything. It's putting some cabinets in there because no one wants to see everything you're storing, so let's hide it behind some cabinet doors.
And the way we finished these garages here at the Monaco, we've really made them an extension of the inside of the home. It's heated, like you said, we have the hybrid polymer flooring. It's a clean space. It's no longer your dirty garage where you go out there and dump oil all over the place. This is a place where you come out and you work and you get things done, and it's a clean space that you could hang out in.
Another main thing when it comes to these trends is having space. In here, in this garage, we have a 12-foot ceiling. And if you look, we've also mounted those garage door openers on the side. So you can have a lift in here. So you can put in a car, have the car on the lift above that, and you could put almost 4 cars right in this space right here.
And continuing with some of those trends, in each of these garages, like we said, we have 2 separate workspaces. We have electric car plug-ins here already wired in, so that way as things move on, we're ready to roll with the punches.
And that is great. I love the electric cars. I love the idea of the electric cars, but what I really love about the garage is how it's turning into the man cave. A lot of people are not doing amazing basements like what we have here at the Monaco, but they're expanding their garages and they're doing 75-inch TVs, they're doing extra refrigerators, they're doing the extra cabinets, they're doing music and speakers everywhere throughout here. So this is becoming the place to hang out with, so you're not getting that brand new beautiful home dirty on the inside and you're not getting in trouble with your wife.
So, Tony, you think you could give me a couple pointers of how to get out of the doghouse once you get in there? I really...
Just go in there and relax. It's gonna be a while.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Norris, and I'm a member of the Between the Studs team. Coming soon at a theater near you is a brand new movie that I produced with the support of Granite Ridge Builders called Between Borders. Take a look.
Why are you so nice to us? Jesus was a refugee too.
I was born into communism. I did not have a choice what I was born into, but I chose Jesus, and I choose this country.
It'll be here January 26th through the 28th at a local theater. For ticket information, go to betweenbordersmovie.com.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to close this show up. Thank you so much for watching it. It's all about the 2025 trends. Since we're in the Speakeasy, the best way to end it is with our Granite Ridge Builders Jazz Band, including behind me, Izzy Rodriguez on clarinet, Lonnie Norris on the guitar, Mike, he's full of hot air Stewart on the saxophone, and let's not forget about everyone's favorite drummer, Uncle Steve.
Now I get you to introduce our Granite Ridge Flapper Girl Charity, who's going to cheese us the Charleston.
Okay, you guys ready?
All right, we're ready.
Turn up that music. Nobody does. Here we go. Ready? Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bad.
One of the reasons was because there was a time when women could not drink privately. I'm sorry.
Ever.
Publicly fine, privately nope.
Yeah, they did privately.
One thing that I found cool with a lot of the newer speakeasies too is they're doing a mocktail menu as well, so if the non-alcoholics can just go in there.
Non-alcoholic.
Pay $12 for non-alcohol. That sounds fun.
Does anybody feel like me that a lot of these cocktails and stuff actually taste like aftershave lotion? It's just me, I don't know.